Hello guys, welcome back to Proptalkz. I am Zaf and this is Henry.
Hello, hi.
In this episode, we'll be talking about property asset progression. So in short, it means to grow one's property asset class into another, typically of a higher value. So for example, moving from a HDB flat into a condo. You can also regard property asset progression as an avenue for capital appreciation and also to generate rental income. So for example, if I have a condo right now, I can use it for rental income or also sell it 2 to 3 years later for capital appreciation. However, in order to achieve that, you have to precisely plan in advance before acquiring your desired property. So Henry, what's your opinion on property asset progression?
For me, I will categorize them into 4 points. First will be sell HDB, buy a condo. When we talk about selling HDB, buying a condo, it's a change of one asset that has limited pool of buyers to another that has the largest pool of buyers possible. Example, for HDB selling, we can only sell to Singapore citizens or PR. But for private properties, it can be sold to Singapore citizens, PRs and foreigners. The second key factor will be value retention. For HDB, when the leases come to an end at 99 years, the value will be 0. We have 2 opportunities for value retention, which is SURS and VERS. Whereas for private properties, it will be the en bloc opportunities. The payout for private segment is much higher than the HDB segment.
I have a question for you, Henry. So if I want to buy a condo, right, how much cash do I need to fork out?
Okay, let's work on a 1 million property transactions. You will need at least 5% of a million, which works out to be around 50,000. The balance 20,000 down payment can be either CPF or cash. The balance of the 75% can be borrowed from banks.
Okay, so the first one is to sell HDB and progressing to a condo. What about the second one?
Second, we can look at selling a condo, buying a landed property. Landed property is one of the most resilient properties in Singapore. They are able to hold their value during market downturn, and they see significant capital appreciation during market upturn also. Okay. Key reasons: the lower per square foot versus condo, multi-generation living, customization to your lifestyle, and of course, freehold properties.
Okay. Then for landed properties, right, what are the different types of tenure in Singapore?
Okay, there are 3 types of tenure in Singapore for landed properties. We have the 99 years, 999 years, and of course, freehold properties.
So first is sell HDB to condo, then secondly is from condo to landed.
Okay.
Is there any more that you would like to share?
Okay, the third point, which is always commonly heard between us and our friends, will be sell one and buying 2 properties. Okay, it means that to sell off your existing property that is having 2 owners and letting each owner to have 1 property each under their own name. Most of the time, one will have a higher value than the other. Most commonly seen, the higher value will be a larger unit for own stay. The lower value will be a 1 to 2 bedrooms for rental yield and capital appreciation.
Okay. Oh yeah, you mentioned properties, but what are the 2 kinds of properties that our viewers who are interested can sell?
Okay, we can look at selling off your existing property, buying 2 condos, or we could actually explore buying 1 HDB and 1 condo. But you have to take note, when you're looking to buy 1 HDB and a second condo, there will be terms and conditions and timeline that you need to make adjustments accordingly. So the 4th point to me will be a 1-to-1.
1-to-1. Okay, so far we've heard from HDB to condo, condo to landed, and the most aforementioned, the one that's recent one is 1-to-2. But for 1-to-1, what do you mean by that?
Okay, what I mean by that will be an increase in total value. It's another way of asset progression. Example, upgrading for a 3-room HDB to a 4-room, a 4-room to a 5-room, a 5-room to even an EC. Okay, each time you upgrade, the values get higher. Likewise for condo and landed, the increase in size normally will give you a higher value. From 99 years property, switching to a 999 or freehold also helps to increase your property portfolio value. Okay, ending with the ultimate goal will be to retire in comfort. Most importantly, asset progression is a way of using your property portfolio to allow you to retire in comfort. There is never a one-fits-all solution. It's always best to understand the numbers behind and plan accordingly.
I see. Okay, I definitely agree with you on that point. There are definitely multiple approaches for property asset progression. Alright guys, we hope that today's session has given you some insight, understanding and clarity towards property asset progression. Property asset progression is definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme which can happen overnight. It requires thorough research and planning. So with that, we conclude today's episode of Proptalkz. If you guys have anything that you would like us to cover, do let us know. You can reach us if you have any queries. Once again, I'm Zaf from Proptalkz.
I'm Henry from Proptalkz. Looking forward to redefining your real estate journey with us.
Goodbye.
Bye.